The Xbox handheld leaks in new Project Kennan photos that dropped yesterday. This is a news story over at windowscentral.com that we're going to go over. But this leak isn't just about the new handheld in my mind. In my mind, it's Microsoft's beta test for the next generation of Xbox. What? What are you talking about? They're still going to have a console. Yeah, they're still going to have a console. But I think the direction the entire industry is moving is into handhelds. I just think that's a reality. I mean, two directions, really. Handhelds and cloud. And I think that's definitely the next generation of Xbox. I think that's going to be their focus. I think the pricing adjustments are going to play into that. I think the console is going to be much more expensive than previous consoles. And then the handheld will be like Series S pricing, old Series X pricing. I think they're going to match. I think they're going to have to match the Nintendo Switch 2 price point. I just think that's a reality there. Maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong on there, but I do think handhelds and mobile gaming are the future of Xbox. So let's go over it. Let's go over what the leak is, what we think of it, and why this is going to be beta and a beta test for Xbox and the next generation of Xbox. Before we jump into it, though, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this all the time right here. Leave a comment below as well. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I'm missing here. Do you, first of all, right out the gate, do you think this is a beta? Do you think the handheld, remember, because this is from ROG Ally, or this is from ASUS rather, similar to the ROG Ally, and it's just a license. So it's not Xbox's first party handheld that we know is being developed and is going to come. That hardware is coming 26, 27. This is a license operation. So why do a license handheld beforehand? Who's going to buy it? Who's in the market for it? And I think it's tailored probably to your hardcore players right now, and I think it's purely testing. But let's go through the story and see what Jez Gordon over at windowscentral.com says. We do link the sources in the video below, so go check it out. Xbox handheld leaks and new Project Kennan photos from the FCC. Also, an ASUS ROG Ally 2 prototype with early specs. The rumored Xbox Kennan PC gaming handheld seems to have leaked with Xbox-style grips and a dedicated Xbox button. So the dedicated Xbox button, do you see the dedicated Xbox button? Over on the left, there it is. And then you've got can we blow this up? We cannot blow it up. But you've got the hamburger button on the right. You've got the back button on the left. You've got the Xbox button up there as well. Very interesting to see. Speakers. They do have grips. Here's the thing. I think grips are the future. I think the PlayStation, I've said this a lot. If you've ever had the PS Portal, it's got PlayStation controller grips on this. Now, this isn't exactly Xbox controller grips, as you can see here. The form factor's a little bit different, but it is much more in that style. I think Xbox is holding the true Xbox controller grips for their first party device. But I do think this is better. I think it's just a better form factor for handhelds overall. The United States FCC just inadvertently leaked Xbox partner handheld with ASUS, known as Project Kennan. We exclusively revealed Project Kennan a few weeks ago, describing how the ASUS ROG Ally-like PC gaming handheld sports some Xbox influence, notably in the grips, and should come with deeper Xbox integration over its regular ASUS ROG Ally counterpart. So what the Xbox integration in my mind is going to be this next step in whatever the Game Pass UI or the Xbox UI is. Remember, Xbox is in the process right now of making them seamless, redoing their PC UI, their gaming PC UI, so like the Xbox app, the Game Pass app over on PC, and their Xbox app, and making them a hybrid, merging them into one so that you could play and theoretically launch Steam games, for instance, PC games on your console going forward. Your handheld is going to have that ability so that Game Pass Ultimate works across all of your devices. It doesn't just work for PC. It's seamless across all. You can pick up, play anywhere. And I think that's going to be huge. I think it's really smart. The FCC leak seems to showcase two models. One, most likely, the Asus ROG Ally 2 with the white exterior. The black model is most likely Project Kennan, which I'm told is currently being tested at Microsoft headquarters rather openly as we speak. The black model appears to have a dedicated Xbox button on the upper left side, although it's lacking paint and unmistakable X engraving can be seen. Oh, yeah, it sure is. It sure is over there by the thumbstick. It's over there by the thumbstick. I didn't even notice that before. Whereas on this white model, it's just black. So they're going to be the same model. The UI is going to be different, right? With the software, I think is going to be different. I was hoping the design would err a little closer on the Xbox side, but they are ASUS devices after all. These devices are almost certainly running full fat Windows 11, although Microsoft may debut new gaming-oriented features at Build 2025 set for May 19th. That's just 10 days away from now, 11 days away from now. The Electronics Fair at Computex is also set for May 20th, which seems like a logical event for ASUS to debut these new devices. If one had to guess, says Windows Central, Microsoft and ASUS may hold separate reveals on May 20th, with one focusing on new dedicated Xbox gaming features for Windows 11 PC gaming handhelds, and the other focusing specifically on the ROG Ally 2 and its hardware. So why should we care? Honestly, if you're an Xbox gamer, why should we care? Because I think that Project Kennan, honestly, what else is it? It looks like a beta version of Xbox Next Gen hybrid system coming sometime between 2026 and 2028. I think the advantage in Xbox doing this is they've allowed ASUS to build it, and Microsoft can sit back and watch everything that players do with it. How well does it work? What are some of the pain points that ASUS has? ASUS handles the hardware spot. They already are set up for hardware. And then Microsoft is using this to collect real world data on the UI, on streaming habits and performance for future hardware decisions for their first party Xbox. I think secretly, I mean, not so secretly, Xbox is quietly killing the console and replacing it with an ecosystem, and that ecosystem is the Game Pass. What? You say they're killing the console? The console's not going away anytime soon, but their focus is on Game Pass. It's on the ecosystem. It's on the platform. Platforms always beat out hardware. That's just the reality. So this device probably won't sell that well. Get ready. It's probably not going to sell super huge. I don't think Xbox is expecting it to. I don't think it's about selling hardware. I think it's about embedding Game Pass and xCloud, for instance, and whatever UI Xbox is working on handhelds. It's about putting it everywhere, and this is just phase one of that. Remember, we're not getting that UI, that cross UI, probably until 2026, 2027, maybe 2028, 2026, 2027 with the new console drop. That's when we'll get it for sure. So I think this is, what's the best way? I think this is Project Kennan's iPad moment for Xbox. What? The iPad moment. Yeah, just like iPad basically redefined what a computer should be, or like brought this new device that now everyone was using. They're consuming media on it. They're even doing some light computing on it. You're checking emails. You can respond on the go, et cetera, et cetera. I think similarly, this could redefine what an Xbox is. It's not a box, but it's a service that you carry, whether it's on your phone, whether it's a service that molds to you instead of you molding your life to the console. You're not stuck. You're not tethered anywhere. You can take this on the go. You can play it on your couch. You can play it in your kitchen. You can play it on the toilet. You can play it in bed. And I think that that's going to be redefining what Xbox is. You have no evidence of that. Yeah, I do. Look at their marketing. This is an Xbox. Their marketing is starting to get everybody to think about Xbox this way. Xbox as a platform, not Xbox as a plastic box. That's just the reality. Some of you might be asking, well, what if Xbox never builds a traditional console again? Well, first of all, we know that's not true as of now, but maybe after next generation, what if that's the case? I don't know that it will be. I think that technology is going in such a way that you'll always have some sort of device. But regardless, I do think Project Kennan here does hint at a future where Xbox hardware is more modular. It's more like a cell phone where you have a lot of different models of cell phone, but you get the same applications, you get the same functionality on each of those phones. It's just at what speed do you get them at, right? What is the hardware doing for you with the software that's on those handhelds? So I think gaming is moving, and Phil Spencer has said this in the past. He said this like 4 years ago, that gaming is moving more into how phones release, and phones are actually changing. Even iPhone is no longer, Apple has announced that they're no longer dropping yearly updates, yearly releases, hardware releases. They're going every other year. So, for instance, I have an iPhone 11 and we're on iPhone 15 heading into iPhone 16, and I have no desire for a new phone. My phone does everything I needed it to do. There's nothing There's nothing super huge out there that means that I need to upgrade it. And I think that's the future of gaming. I think that's the future of Xbox. I mean, just think about it. You've got Amazon Fire Sticks. You've got laptops that will be able to run Game Pass. You've got the Project Kennan, this gaming handheld that's coming. Then you've got first-party hardware like Xbox's next generation of console. You've got Xbox's next generation of handheld devices. You've got different levels of that. You've got the Series X, the Series S type of model. Then you've got streaming, and you can play on your phone. Literally, all of it is going to be unified under the Xbox platform, and that's what this is a further signal of. The question is it the right strategy? I said this in a video yesterday actually, that the only debate here, it's not a debate of what direction they're going. People are trying to argue and act like it's a big secret, like, oh my goodness, they're putting their games third party. We never knew that. No, we know the strategy, guys. The strategy is not up for debate. What is up for debate in my mind is, does it work? Is this the correct strategy? And I think it is. I think when you look at what games are making the most money in the world consistently at the moment, it's mobile gaming. Why? Because you can play it anywhere you want. What is the next generation of gamers used to doing? They're used to convenience. They're not used to being tied to a console. They're used to, they play much more mobile games, for instance. They're used to being able to take all of their things on the go. I don't think they're so concerned about being able to play on a 4K TV. That's what mom and dad do. That's not what I do. I play on my phone, baby. I play on my handheld device. I play on my Nintendo Switch. So I think that's just consumer habits. I think technology is to a place where we can move in that direction. Xbox sees it. They're building a platform for it over a console, over the hardware device, and that's going to unify the experience everywhere. The only debate is whether that's right or wrong. I think it's right. Xbox clearly thinks it's right. Do you think it's right? Let me know in the comments below. Will you be getting the ROG officially Xbox licensed handheld? I think I will. I think I'm going to be very curious about it. I'm really curious about the UI there. I'm really curious about what that does. How is that more Xbox than, for instance, the Asus ROG Ally right now? Because my brother has that. I've had a chance to sit down and play with it. It's decent hardware. It's a little bit finicky on the software side, whereas you have to go into every game and say, like, yes, I want these settings so that it runs optimally. If you're Xbox, you can't do that. You got to have the convenience of a Nintendo Switch. That's the beauty. You pop in your cartridge, you fire up your game, and you can play right away. There's no messing with settings there. It's locked in for you, and there's a convenience there. And that's the convenience of consoles. That's the convenience of handheld consoles there. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Again, I'm X1 the Gamer. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.